Hello, Jeff Gibby here in the MetaStock studio, and I want to record just a quick introductory video to the MetaStock XIV package. Thanks for watching it. Let's go ahead and get started. 14 is one of my favorite versions of MetaStock. I love some of the features that they've added, and the purpose of this video is to kind of give you an idea of what's happened and what's new, and to do it in a very, very short amount of time, just so you can kind of get an idea of some of the technology in there. So let's go ahead and get started. In 14, we've improved the Power Console. We've made it a lot easier to find stuff. In MetaStock RT, we've added tick bars. We've added the ability to draw your own patterns and select patterns from a chart in the forecaster. We've got new built-in event recognizers in the forecaster's ranking abilities that were added to the forecaster, and then an entirely new trading system was put together by a gentleman by the name of Logan Connors, who basically trades for a living and used to work for MetaStock. So let's get underway. We're just going to go into a little bit of detail on what all of these features are and what they mean to you, and talk to you a little bit about the upgrade. So we do have two new versions of MetaStock. We call MetaStock DC, which stands for daily charts, and that version updates in most exchanges. It updates hourly. And we have MetaStock RT, which stands for the full real-time version of MetaStock. Here's a picture of what the boxes look like, and let's go ahead and talk about what's new in them. The Power Console has been completely reworked. It now allows you the ability to do one-screen access on just about anything. And it has some pretty good memory to it as well. You can now actually go in, and if you're running the same set of explorations for the market every day, it's going to remember that. It's also got a completely resizable window, so you can kind of make it as big as you need it to be. It's also got a lot of really cool built-in lists so that you can go in and much easier than ever before find the exchanges that you're interested in, whether that's something that's here in the US or whether it's in Australia or in Sweden or wherever it might be. You're going to be able to get where you're going a lot faster with our kind of new and improved Power Console. The idea and the design behind this was we were going to kind of make everything one-click access, or as close to one click as it could be. And I think they did a phenomenal job with that. Here's a picture of the new Power Console, and let's kind of move on. Okay. Another thing, one of the challenges we have as a company is also one of our biggest attributes. We cover roughly around 380, 400,000 issues in MetaStock. So you really have a huge, wide depth of information, and we get all of that information from Thomson Reuters. What we've allowed for with this one is we've revised our search box. So we've made it a lot easier to find the issues that you're interested in and be able to scroll through and find the exchanges that are just interested to you. And now you can search for anything that starts with or ends with. You can use the Choose a Security dialog box that allows you to look at the lists that you've opened. And there's a picture of that. Let's move on. We also, in MetaStock RT, have kind of added custom tick bars. So now you can kind of go in and define tick intervals and look at tick charts. And it's very easy to do as well. We've also added, due to high demand, the ability to add the custom lists right there on a chart, which is actually a really, really cool addition. And I wouldn't say it's my favorite addition to the MetaStock 14 from previous versions, but it certainly does make things a lot easier. So if you're looking at charts and you want to add them to your portfolio list, it's easy. You just right-click on the chart, say Add to Custom List, and you can add it wherever you want. Okay. If you're not familiar with the MetaStock Forecaster, you should be. It's our patent-pending application that allows you to statistically look at price patterns. And we've made a ton of changes to it. We're not really going to go into a forecaster demo here, but it's a cool tool, and it's something that you really need MetaStock to have access to. The forecaster probably received the highest upgrade. They added the ability to hand draw patterns. So if you're interested in doing a W shape or a V shape or any type of a pattern, a cup and handles, a gap up, a gap down, you can now just draw them and you'll be able to forecast based on those events. You can also say, well, okay, I want to take the last 5, 10 days or any time period you want from a chart and actually push those into the statistical forecasting engine and produce your own clouds. We've added some event recognizers or some recognized events, and we also have the ability to rank them. Here's a list of the new recognizer that we've put in. We've put in the January positive and negative barometers, the Santa Claus rally, some moving average crossovers, and then the triple witching event. And this is actually the way that the triple witching event looks on a chart, which is pretty cool. Okay. We also have the ability now to rank based on quite a few different criteria in the forecaster. And so now you can find the clouds that are more meaningful for you in a very, very specific manner. Okay. The one thing that I really like is the ability to really draw your own patterns. And here we've got our pattern window, and we've just drawn pretty much a double top pattern. And that's really as easy as it is. You basically say, I want to create a new pattern. You draw it on the chart, and it's going to show up as a pattern that you can then scan for in the forecaster and forecast based on. Okay. You can also copy a pattern straight from a chart. So in this case, we've taken a V pattern off of the chart directly and put that in the forecaster as well. Very, very cool stuff. This is the way that it looks. This is kind of the actual results that it gave after on this particular example. In addition to all of that, we've also added the LCI indicator system. And LCI is a completely complete system. We could have charged for it as an add-on. The person that actually created this was a great MetaStock coder that used to work for us, and now he's managing money for a living. This system automatically generates buy and sell signals using support and resistance, Fibonacci retracements, volume exhaustion and expansion, volatility over bought over sold conditions, and trailing stops and profit targets. Here's a graphical representation of the way the support and resistance indicators look. It also does Fibonacci levels as well. It also looks at volume in 4 different ways. It can either be going up strongly, in which case you'll get a bright green bar, to going down strongly, in which case you will get a dark red bar. And then, of course, the darker green means it's going up and on not as much volume. And then the darker red means it's going down but not on as much volume. It also uses LCI percent R. And calculates stop losses dynamically. So in the case that you have a very fast-moving stock, it's going to give you an extended stop. As that stock starts to consolidate, as you kind of see right here on the right-hand side, as it starts to consolidate and starts to run out of momentum, it gets these light blue dots. And in that particular case, what it's doing is it's giving you a volatility stop and allowing you to get out of your trade a little bit earlier. Because, once you're in a good run, when that run starts to correct itself and it starts to run out of momentum, one of 2 things is going to happen. It's likely going to test the resistance area and start to go down, in which case you want to be out, or it might start to go up again, in which case you don't want to get out. What these volatility expansion stops allow you to do is they allow you to kind of tighten in that stop. So in the case of a reversal, you're going to get more profit out of it. Okay. It also does some scoring where it uses over 20 candle patterns, volume, volatility, those fib levels, the cycles, the support and resistance to tell you how bullish a stock is versus how bearish it is. And then again, it's automatically going to score those support and expert advisors, the support and resistance levels for you. The product of this is what we call our LCI S&R expert advisor. And this analyzes all of that stuff and automatically gives you buy, sells, and sell signals. And then it has a structured expert commentary that guides you through specific entries and exits. Okay, and the commentary, as you'll see here on the screen, what it's doing is it's giving you the bullish bearish score. It's going to tell you what your limit entry is. It's going to break down the indicator values for you and really help you to learn and understand the system. And again, I feel like we could have charged quite a bit of this for this particular plugin. It's a full-fledged plugin for MetaStock, but we decided to include it as part of your MetaStock upgrade for free. Okay. It does offer explorations and system tests, and in addition to that, it's just a huge upgrade for MetaStock. We really went in and took a new look about how you could use these things and rewrote the Power Console in such a way that it was much more user-friendly and easy to address. We offered the ability to kind of draw patterns with a forecaster. We added a whole new add-on. And we also reworked Unleash the Power of MetaStock. And with your upgrade, you're going to get a copy of Unleash the Power of MetaStock, as well as a very special promotion that's only available through your dealer. But the Unleash the Power of MetaStock is going to give you a training guide that's going to get you up to speed on the MetaStock program, as well as using some of the other things like Forecaster, RMO, the Sector Stat, Echo Stat. MetaStock's a huge application, and we want to make sure you understand how to use it with your upgrade. So we're going to throw in the Unleash the Power of MetaStock as part of your upgrade. We're also going to give you some data, and we're going to give you one of the most aggressive discounts that we've ever offered for MetaStock 14. And the details are going to be part of the email you received to get this video. I want to thank you for watching this. I'm very excited about kind of this version of MetaStock and just generally the innovation that we've done. And I would encourage you to go ahead and order your MetaStock upgrade. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it.